Hey everyone, today we have the best news to update you on. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe to the channel and help us reach 10,000 subscribers. Write "Go All Blacks" in the comments. First news. Rassie Erasmus has just dropped the bombshell. 7 changes to the Springbok squad ahead of the massive second test against the All Blacks in Cape Town. This is shaping up to be one of the most epic showdowns in the Rugby Championship. A whopping 19 World Cup winners are in the lineup, including fan favorites like Siya Kolisi, Handré Pollard, and Willie le Roux. If South Africa takes this one, they'll edge closer to the Rugby Championship title and throw a serious wrench in New Zealand's plans. If you are a fan of the All Blacks, write "Go All Blacks" in the comments and subscribe to the channel. So what's the scoop on these changes? Let's start with the returning Rugby World Cup champions. Kolisi is back in action after his facial injury, ready to captain the side alongside Pieter-Steph du Toit and Jasper Wiese in the back row. Eben Etzebeth is reclaiming his spot at lock, pushing his test cap tally to 126, just one shy of Victor Matfield's all-time record. And the front row? Solid as ever with Ox Ench, Bongi Mbonambi, and Franz Malherbe holding down the fort. Grant Williams, who's been electric off the bench, gets his first start of the year at scrum half. He'll be paired with Handré Pollard in the halfbacks. In the centers, we've got the reliable Damien de Allende and Jesse Creel partnering up again for their 33rd start together. Meanwhile, Cheslin Colby shifts to the left wing, making room for Canan Moodie to earn his first start of the year on the right. Willie le Roux is back at fullback, replacing Afalil Fassi, who misses out on the matchday squad. Even the bench sees some big changes, with Erasmus opting for a 5-3 split, welcoming back Jaden Hendricks and Lucanio AM to provide backline cover. Quagga Smith, Ilrai Liu, and the heavy hitters up front, Malcolm Marx, Gerhard Steenkamp, and Vincent Koch, are primed to bring some serious impact in the later stages of the match. Now, let's not forget the All Blacks. Scott Robertson has swung the axe with some bold changes, including shifting Will Jordan to a different position for this crucial test. Both teams know what's at stake here, and as Rassie Erasmus said, New Zealand is a world-class outfit. They'll be itching to bounce back, especially since Cape Town has been good to them in the past. But if the Springboks deliver, we could be looking at a serious Rugby Championship upset. Second news, what a match. The Springboks pulled off an incredible win last week in Johannesburg, and it still got everyone talking. Legendary All Blacks outside back, Jeff Wilson, couldn't stop praising the Springboks scrum half Grant Williams for his game-changing performance. It was an intense battle, with the All Blacks controlling large parts of the game, leading 27-17 well into the second half. But when Williams came off the bench in the 74th minute, he delivered the try that turned the tide, securing a 31-27 victory for the Boks. If you're a fan of the All Blacks, write "Go All Blacks" in the comments and subscribe to the channel. Wilson, speaking on the breakdown, made it clear how impressed he was with Williams' contribution. He mentioned that Williams did some impressive work around the ruck, something he wished the All Blacks had capitalized on more. Williams' ability to create space for forwards, combined with his decisive movements, made him stand out. Jeff Wilson even said, "I want to highlight Grant Williams because I think he was significant," acknowledging the 28-year-old's influence in the closing stages of the game. The game was a reminder of how crucial small moments can be. With only 2 back reserves, the Springboks were in a tight spot when Kurtley Arends had to leave due to concussion, but Williams stepped in and handled it like a pro. The way he set up the match-winning try shows the kind of creativity and talent he brings to the table. And it wasn't just Williams. Young talents like Sasha Feinberg-Mngomezulu at 10 and Afalil Fassi at 15 gave the Springboks an unpredictable edge, which Wilson believes will only grow stronger as they gain more experience and confidence. "Bring on 7 days," he said, clearly eager to see what's next in the rivalry. When asked if Williams should be starting in the next game, Wilson wasn't so sure, hinting that Williams' versatility might keep him in a bench role. "I don't think so. I think he covers multiple positions. I think he can play on the wing as well," said Wilson. But it's clear from his performance that Williams is a rising star, and Wilson enjoyed watching his skills come to life on such a big stage. Now, all eyes turn to the rematch in Cape Town this Saturday. The Springboks are closing in on the Rugby Championship title, and the All Blacks are looking to bounce back. Rassie Erasmus has named his squad, and the Boks are dominating our combined 15 once again. It's shaping up to be another classic showdown between these two fierce rivals. Third news. Scott Robertson has just announced the All Blacks lineup for their huge clash against the Springboks, and it's causing quite a stir. Robertson's made some bold moves, 2 forced changes and 2 tactical switches as he looks to keep New Zealand's Rugby Championship hopes alive. The All Blacks must win this one in Cape Town after losing 2 of their first 3 games. With the championship on the line, let's dive into the winners and losers of this squad selection. If you're a fan of the All Blacks, write "Go All Blacks" in the comments and subscribe to the channel. First up, let's talk about the winners. Damian McKenzie is one of the biggest. After Richie Mounga's move to Japan, McKenzie has stepped up, starting every test this year. Despite some mixed performances, Robertson's shown real faith in him. McKenzie's still fine-tuning his game management and tactical kicking, but he's showing improvement. He's kicked more than anyone else in the Rugby Championship and often keeps possession for his team. Pretty impressive. Plus, his 10 line break assists are the most of any player in the tournament, so it's clear he's making an impact. Another winner is Cortez Radama, who's getting his second test start after some exciting cameos off the bench. With TJ Perinara retiring and Cam Roigard injured, this is a massive chance for Radama to prove he's got what it takes to become a regular starter for the All Blacks. He's got raw talent, and if he shines against the Springboks, it could be the start of something big for him. Speaking of making big moves, Robertson's decision to load the bench with experienced backs like Lienert-Brown, Perinara, and Barrett is smart. They've struggled in the final quarter of games, and these veterans could be the answer. Barrett, in particular, will be key. He's been dropped from the starting lineup but could make a serious impact late in the game, where the All Blacks have been lacking. And then, of course, there's the much-anticipated shift of Will Jordan to fullback. Fans have been calling for it, and now it's happening. Jordan's been a force on the wing, but he said he's most comfortable at fullback, so now it's time to see what he can do in the 15 jersey. On the flip side, let's talk about the unlucky ones. Ethan Blackadder just can't catch a break. He's been dealing with injuries all year, and now a hamstring problem takes him out of the Springboks test. He was one of the most consistent players in the Rugby Championship, so this is a big blow for him and the team. Caleb Clark is another player who's missing out due to injury. After scoring 3 tries in his last 2 games, he was starting to lock down his spot, but a back injury has sidelined him. Sammy Pini-Finau also finds himself out of the squad, sacrificed to make room for the more versatile Luke Jacobson, while Beauden Barrett and Anton Lienert-Brown have been relegated to the bench despite some strong performances. And for 10 players who made the trip to South Africa, including Ruben Love and Harry Plummer, it's tough luck as they leave without having played a minute. Before we wrap up, if you're enjoying this breakdown, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any All Blacks updates. It's going to be a thrilling clash, and we'll be covering everything right here. What do you think of the squad? Are Robertson's choices the right ones? Let us know in the comments.